welcome back, everybody. Mike and Jim Pontius here from Hutchison Media with another one of our couch sessions. Today we greet and welcome Shaun Byrne, one of my favorites, the man who only rep in 9 months who writes me handwritten thank you cards. So, talk about differentiation points. That's one this guy's got going on. Shaun, welcome to the show.
Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Shaun.
Let's dive in with a little bit your background and some misconceptions people might have in the business and the industry about radio and your platform in general.
First and foremost, I've been in advertising, marketing, sales for 25 years. Misconceptions about our business in terms of radio specifically, because that's what I specialize in, consumer radio. But one of the big misconceptions is the power of radio, how you can apply the power of radio to you being an advertiser. And to me, the power of radio would be the immediacy of the medium, and that means I can spin on a dime, make a radio commercial right now, I can change it in an hour, and we can have a fire sale at the given company you're at, or promoting goods and services. Come to the store right now, the immediacy, the theater of the mind.
So, Shaun, I considered you to be one of the most unique storytellers and most colorful people in our business.
You know how big the fish is.
and one of the important things that we like to talk about, and the people that are going to be viewing this, that we like to tell them is, what are people's unique differentiation points? What makes them different and successful? And you obviously are one of the most successful people, certainly in the region, if not beyond, in terms of what you've done in the media sales world. Can you share some of those points of differentiation that you feel like you have that have caused you to be so successful?
I would say there's a lot of different attributes and a lot of different angles in terms of what makes somebody good, or somebody better, or somebody great. And I believe in honesty, integrity, and trust by far for the client, for the advertising consultant, for the agencies. And by putting those three things in there, I got a great line for you talking about stories. I would recommend anybody who's in this business or a compatible business, they should work just half days. Come in at 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Roll up your sleeves, dig in hard, work hard, be honest, truthful, be respectful, try to deliver great ideas, and always try to come up with a concept that, yes, we can fix that, yes, we can grow that, yes, we can make that happen.
How about mentors? Mentors are a big part of my life. I'm sure they have been in yours. Any one in particular you wish to share with the audience, and advice or thoughts they may have given you that you carried over for many years, or maybe just a short period of time?
There was a gentleman who I met. His name was Henry Kissinger. I met him 20 years ago, had a very, very nice conversation with him, and the biggest thing, what came out of it, came back to honesty, integrity, and hard work. That's your driving vehicle right there. And that was his advice when I talked to him about what made him great and what made him who he was back in the day, from the 60s and 70s, from JFK all the way through lots of other presidents that he spoke to and was advising with. But his advice to me when I was a younger guy was hard work, integrity, loyalty, roll up your sleeves, and stay focused on the game plan.
Great.
How did you expound on that a little more? I think people would be interested to know about anybody that was able to have a conversation with someone like Henry Kissinger. How did that meeting come about, or how were you able to?
That was a meeting that was in New York. I was at the right place at the right time, and I sold a story, and I got to the front of the line, and I got to meet him and have coffee with him.
Wow.
So it was pretty impressive for me to meet him, talk to him a little bit, and share some words of wisdom and advice, me asking him for advice when I was a younger gentleman at the time. And he was somebody I always looked up to. He was a big figurehead.
Absolutely. That had to be very impactful.
We were gonna close with a funny business or a unique media story. You've already talked about how you got to just have a meeting with Henry Kissinger. So if you have one on top of that you'd like to share with the audience.
How much time do you have? I got an incredibly good story. I went out to a client's office. That was a cold call. I called the client. I called him multiple times. Finally got hold of the given client. He said, come over to my office at 9 o'clock tomorrow. I went to their executive offices. That were extremely nice. And when I came in, there was a gentleman on a ladder changing a light bulb. I introduced myself to him. There was nobody in this part of the office building. This was the executive part of the office building. And he was changing a light bulb. And he said, who are you here to see? And I told him who I was and who I was here to see. And he passed a comment about that guy's a pain in the backside. And he kind of chuckled, came off the ladder, and he said, the young lady at the front will grab you a cup of coffee. I'll go see if the boss is here for you. I said, very nice. And then he said, what do you think of the guy? And I said, he's an incredibly smart guy. He was very nice to me on the phone. I haven't met him yet. I'm looking forward to it. I've done a little research on the company. It's a massive, super successful company. And I guess the gentleman himself is a super wealthy guy who's worked very, very hard. He kind of chuckled and walked back into the office. I got my cup of coffee. I sat here, and the gentleman came out and said, come on into my office. And I looked at him, and this gentleman's worth probably $200 to $300 million. He was the guy on the ladder changing the light bulb. And he tricked me, wanting to see what I would say about him. Whether he staged that or not, I don't know. But we hit it off pretty well, and he said I was a smart young guy for not saying anything that I shouldn't have said. We did come to do a lot of business together and still do business today, many, many years later.
And that goes back to your points.
Excellent.
Honesty and integrity. So thanks for joining us today, Shaun.
Cool.
It's always a pleasure to see you.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you
Thank
very
you for
much.
having us in, and thank you very much.
This is another edition of the Couch Sessions with Hutchison Media. Let's keep on changing the pace.